Welcome to Home of Politics, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you so much for joining this channel, sharing my videos, commenting, and also subscribing. Thank you so much for tuning in. Continue enjoying. My good people, of late we are realizing an exposed disunity in AZIMIO-ONE coalition, and this is being brought by these parties known as Jubilee Party and Wiper Party, and another one is NAK Kenya, whereby their leaders are having different ideas and opinions when it comes to making of decision on crucial matters. This is just evident because when you see ODM party, which is being chaired by Raila Odinga'S, is paying its loyalty so much to Raila Odinga'S, and the decision there is one. When the party leader says yes, it is yes. But when it comes to other parties like NAK, Jubilee, and Wiper, these other people have their own ideas when it comes to decision making, and this has affected this coalition very much, to an extent that some of its members like Karua and Kioni have gone to a far extent of forming another group outside the AZIMIO-ONE coalition and outside Kenya Kwanza. It means this group is a neutral thing that is operating within AZIMIO-ONE with a certain hidden agenda. This group that have been formed is called KAMWENE Consultative Meeting or KAMWENE Forum, and it was formed on August. So far so good. It has handled almost 3 meetings, and these meetings have been attended by Karua, Kioni, Peter Munya, among other leaders who are not participants in AZIMIO-ONE. And disunity that is being observed here, it is serious to an extent that some of the issues are being addressed by Karua and Kioni without the consent of the leader of AZIMIO-ONE principals like Kalonzo Musyoka or Raila Odinga'S, and they go to an extent of having a press briefing whereby they are prioritizing the needs of Kenyans, but under self-interest or personal interest to gain public influence. My good people, yesterday we see Karua and Kioni held the KAMWENE Forum, whereby they presented themselves as the leaders who are championing for the issues that are affecting Kenyans, and they were suggesting that right now Kenyans have been left alone. There is no one who has come into their help because the government has left them, the opposition too has left them, and them as the KAMWENE meeting group, they have come out to bring the solution. But it is now very serious that the KAMWENE group is growing and expanding, because previously we had seen it was Kioni, Karua, Peter Munya, but it is growing and expanding. Right now it is gaining membership. They are almost 10, and this is a group that is operating outside AZIMIO-ONE but being led by AZIMIO leaders. We see the press conference that they held yesterday. These leaders were addressing the cost of living, depending on the price of the fuel that short of recently, and the analysis that the opposition did to score the performance of Kenya Kwanza regime in government. We all know that the ongoing bipartisan talk will and is still addressing the issues to do with cost of living, and these people who have just participated in the National Dialogue Committee includes Kioni, but these are the leaders who again are coming out to oppose the same bipartisan talk due to the fluctuation of fuel prices. Ladies and gentlemen, it is good and it is better for leaders at least to show their firm stand whenever they are supporting ideas. My good people, it is evident that after the government announced the changes in price of fuel, Kioni and Karua brought another opinion of advising AZIMIO-ONE coalition to quit the bipartisan talk. This issue was received by the members, but Kalonzo Musyoka and Honorable Raila Odinga were against it, and the two leaders decided to go on with the bipartisan talks. This was a sign of disunity because these are the top leaders in AZIMIO-ONE Umoja, but they are having different opinions when it comes to solving or settling on one point for an agreement. How comes Martha Karua and Jeremiah Kioni are the people who are championing to fight the rise of cost of living, and at the same time they are advising Kalonzo Musyoka to quit the bipartisan talks? This shows that these people are not in agreement, and they are just going to be seen in AZIMIO-ONE Umoja as people who are following Raila Odinga to have support. But in real sense, these two leaders are very confused and they don't know what they want in this politics. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to their speech.
Country. On the ongoing dialogue, we notice that one of the priority items was cost of living. It still remains cost of living, electoral justice, and respect for political parties. KK has not shown any signs of taking these issues seriously. The cost of living and the spike in fuel prices has spiked when the talks are supposed to be commencing to deal with those very issues. Cessation of harassment of dissenting voices, and also respect for political parties. We have seen Ruto himself embracing those who have been disciplined by political parties. We are telling our team, kindly be woke. Be woke. So we will, and we must act.
So there is a feeling that we are going nowhere, I can tell you. And it is upon KK to prove us wrong. If I was the leader of AZIMIO, I want to tell you, I will not be walking to those talks.
Telling our
people. And I am calling upon our dialogue team at Bomas. Please don't be conned. And don't play part of that calling. We will remain in that Bomas place. We are in AZIMIO. We are not moving from AZIMIO. But I can tell you, na Wakenya pia wajue, hawezi kaa pale
It is very true that the difference in their opinion might be the biggest reason that has led Martha Karua and Jeremiah Kioni to be strong on the other side of KAMWENE Forum, whereby it has pushed them to an extent of having a press briefing, while the AZIMIO members, they are not aware. Ladies and gentlemen, when we see leaders like Jeremiah Kioni talking about forbidding or quitting the National Dialogue Committee, yet this is the same leader who was putting a sufuria on the head about cost of living that has short, it means that these people are just here to confuse the public and to make us see that they are fighting for the Kenyans. But in real sense, being in politics and to be a strong leader, people should fight following one direction and be focused, not to be diverted in one way or another. Then we see there have been a lot of series of separate meetings that Martha Karua and Jeremiah Kioni have been holding separately before attending the main meeting of AZIMIO-ONE Umoja Coalition. This has been seen several times. I think this is the third time already. There was a time when AZIMIO-ONE Umoja Coalition had a statement which was led by Raila Odinga. But earlier that day in the morning, Martha Karua, Jeremiah Kioni, Peter Munya, and some other members from KAMWENE consultative meeting met earlier before coming to the main meeting of AZIMIO-ONE Umoja conference. And this was evident because we see they had a chance to have a press briefing about their own views or how they feel as KAMWENE group, and after that they come again to unite with AZIMIO leaders on the other side. I think this KAMWENE meeting, it is being put in another way to confuse people because they are expressing it as a group that is representing the leaders of Azimio from the Mount Kenya region. But in real sense, these people are regrouping and they are calculating how they can take another political direction. Although these leaders are telling us that they are firm in Azimio la Umoja, but how their moves is going and how we are observing how they are making decisions, it seems that they are still in Azimio la Umoja only by name, but they are planning on a different direction. Ladies and gentlemen, we see a close association with the people or the members of Azimio la Umoja with non-members. These people are bringing in suspicion because as a leader or as a principal of Azimio la Umoja, it should be followed that the leader of Azimio is the one who is giving directions. And to an extent that these leaders of KAMWENE are meeting, discussing, expressing out their opinions, having a press briefing outside Azimio la Umoja coalition, then it is not a good picture at all. In the same manner, most of the members who are in KAMWENE meeting, they are just non-participant of Azimio la Umoja. Yet these two groups are maintaining that they have one objective to serve the people of Kenya. My good people, Azimio la Umoja should be very careful with Karua and Jeremiah Kioni, knowing very well that the Mount Kenya region or their locals in the Mount Kenya region have rejected Jeremiah Kioni and Karua. And right now, the people who are focused so much as the leaders from Mount Kenya, we have Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, the likes of Kimani Ichung'wah, among others. And these two leaders, Jeremiah Kioni and Karua, are fighting so much to win the kingpinship of Mount Kenya region, or to win the influence of the majorities in Mount Kenya region. And this is why they have gone ahead to form a smaller group of leaders and non-participants in Azimio la Umoja, so that to start gaining popularity again in politics. This might lead to a biggest frustration to those who think that they can have the support of Jeremiah Kioni and Karua in one way or another, because these people are not focused in politics. Another thing, we see the fighting that is being had in Jubilee. We saw that previously Jubilee splitted. Canin Kega and the other colleague pulled off from Azimio la Umoja and then they joined Kenya Kwanza. The same thing again here is happening. The chair of Jubilee, this is Jeremiah Kioni, is showing interest of working outside Azimio la Umoja together with Karua. This means that the issue of separation, it started a long time ago, and this is just to advance their progresses. Although they are maintaining that they are still available and strong in Azimio la Umoja, but these people should be very much examined. Kioni announced that they are still in Azimio la Umoja, but Kenya Kwanza maybe can welcome these leaders to join them, as far as Kenya Kwanza is having a lot of influence in Mount Kenya. Maybe the KAMWENE meeting can be having the intention of joining the other people. Ladies and gentlemen, as much as these people are all principals of Azimio la Umoja coalition, it seems their intentions are just two different things. We see on the side of Raila Odinga'S, he is on his move to at least show interest on leading his people. He's a focused leader and he's showing interest of 2027 being on polls as a presidential candidate. On the other hand, we see Karua and Jeremiah Kioni are busy organizing the KAMWENE Forum, recruiting new members into this smaller group, which is championing for the well-being of the Kenyans, but with the interest of gaining influence or recognition to the public as leaders from Mount Kenya. And on the other hand, supporters of Wiper, that one is the part of Kalonzo Musyoka, and other parts of northeastern Kenya, the side of Ukambani, they are having hope that Kalonzo Musyoka might be bestowed as the next presidential candidate or a leader who can replace Raila Amolo Odinga. What do you think is happening here in Azimio-La Umoja coalition? It is a high time these people should put aside their interests of influence and decide to settle upon one solution or one agreement. And again, on the other hand, it is good maybe if Raila Amolo Odinga can announce it openly, if he can replace another leader who will succeed him, or to have his own say on the direction that KAMWENE group meeting is taking every time, because this is sounding a disunity in Azimio-La Umoja, something that has never been expected to come from top leaders like Jeremiah Kioni and Mother Karua. Ladies and gentlemen, where do you see this KAMWENE meeting taking us? Because they are focusing on collecting together the leaders from Mount Kenya region to act as people who can speak for, who can air out the voice of the people from Mount Kenya. Yet it is not an official party or group in Azimio-La Umoja. Don't you see this one is a disunity in Raila's camp? Send me your ideas in the comment section. Have a good day.